So actually, neither of our parents played basketball growing up at all. My dad started coaching us when we were, second, third grade?
Yes.
And then me and Sav played together growing up. She played up with me since I could remember. I have two other siblings as well, but they don't play basketball anymore, but we all used to play. Two of them one of them is 1 year younger than us, and then 2 years younger than us. So they didn't get to actually play with us, but they still played the game, and my dad coached them as well. He had his own organization, so that was super cool. I would go back if I could, because that was the best time. So.
Yeah, so in junior high, I played, we played at two different schools actually. So my dad coached my junior high team, but then in high school is when we went to the same school, and so he didn't coach then. But yeah, so basketball's been in our life for a really long time.
Very long time. Actually, my mom made shirts. It's half blue and half orange, and one of them
it says 31 on the back.
Yeah,
because we're both
So I'll have to send you a picture of it. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think my younger sister is always going for her team. I don't know why. We have beef about that, but yeah, it's definitely split
Halfway.
Yeah. One thing I do remember, this is one story that actually is stuck with us for a long time. It's during COVID, we would go. We have this outdoor court kind of by our house, it's connected to a church, and we would all go out there. My mom would just sit on the sidelines or whatever, and then the five of us, my dad and then us four, would go out and play with 21. I think the game is called 21. We 1v1 each other, and then so that's a core memory, is just going at each other during COVID when we had nothing else to do besides go outside. So
yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest memories of us, just playing pickup games. It was hot. It was so hot out there, but we made it work. It was super fun. So
yeah, but I think I feel we're the most competitive, and
definitely.
So we always went at each other.
Yeah.
My other two sisters, our younger sister, she's the feisty one, so she also would give us a run for our money too. So
we're both really good defensive players, so at the end of the day, we're always going to challenge each other no matter what.
Yeah, and
regardless.
after with playing against each other for so long, I kind of know she's gonna go, she's gonna shot fake me every time, and I'm just not gonna go for it.
But I body her every time.
Yeah.
So we don't really talk that much during the week. I mean, I call her. She never calls me.
I'm really bad at calling people.
I call her way more. But we don't really talk that much during the week, but usually the day of, I'll call her on the bus and we'll talk about it. In the game, it's hard because we are two totally different players. And I think this year when we played Greenville at home was the first time that we actually got to guard each other, and she fouled me and I fouled her for the first time. And I got it and won. So.
Comes into Seymour at the high post. It's knocked away by Powell-Qualo. Powell-Qualo with a nice pass to Ramirez. She puts it up, no good. Powell-Qualo gets the rebound, puts it back up, and good.
But that was the first time we had actually been able to guard each other out of the 2 years of us playing each other. So we don't really get to interact very much besides when it's the captain's meeting in the beginning, but that doesn't really count. So
I feel I don't know, during the week, on a normal week, I feel we talk a little bit, but it's mostly just call here and there, listen to the story that I got, whatever. But then when it hits game day, I feel after every game, whether we're playing, when we're not playing her, I'll always we'll always text each other how'd the game go, how'd you do. But yeah, it's not usually a lengthy conversation. It's just but then game day, I don't know. I feel we don't really talk about the game, but we'll call and just be what's your game plan? Yeah. And then
we don't actually say it, obviously, but we're so what are you gonna do against us? Are you playing zone? Are you playing man?
And basically, I just tell her that we just talked about how she just won't shoot the ball, so we just play off her. Basically, I try to get in her head a little bit, but it doesn't usually work. But I can just tell him all her week.
Yeah, they do. I mean, kind of, sort of. I just say it. I'm
First of all, I think our coaches
they're close.
My coach has a lot of respect for Abby, and I feel Coach T has a lot of respect for me too. So we I don't know. I feel Coach Mo will make jokes in practice, definitely about Abby and stuff, but it's all in good heart for sure.
What's also cool is both of our teams have watch parties for each other. So like they'll
Yeah,
sit
that's
down and they'll watch us, and we'll sit down and we'll watch them.
I think it was actually one game when you guys were playing Prin and you guys ended up losing.
Yeah.
We were having like a team bonding thing and we had the game pulled up and we were just, like,
We will do that,
watching the
which I
game.
think is cool. But like at the end of the day, like we've never had beef with Greenville. Like their sportsmanship is probably one of the best in the conference. So we're all like pretty cool for the most part. So
And it's a big accomplishment
Yeah.
for sure, I think.
I think it's awesome that we both got the same. Like
Yeah.
if she would have got first team and I would have got second team, I'm just
Even.
kidding. I would have been happy for her, obviously, but like I think it's amazing that we have the opportunity to do that, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah, I think it's well earned for you for sure.
same for you. Probably, I mean, it sucked for me. I tore my ACL my senior year of high school, but it allowed her to play more than she would have if I would have. So you probably would have played varsity, but not near as much. So just being able to see her step in and play that year, because we went to the Final Four that year.
Mhm.
So it was really cool to watch her get there from the bench, but
Yeah.
it was still like, it made my heart feel full.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think I have a single one, but something that I like really just like admire about Abby is just like, because she has been hurt so many times, she just continues to like keep fighting and like keep like the recovery process for her is so like quick because she's so like determined and dedicated to the game that she just is always trying to get better and continue to like heal her leg or whatever. So like that's just like yeah, I just admire her about that because sometimes I think I'm just like if I got hurt that many times I'm just calling quits. But she's just like a go-getter.
She's never
just
sentimental,
stops.
so this is like, oh my gosh. So my first injury was probably harder than my second one, just because I didn't know what to expect. I had never been through anything like that before, but I was just so determined and I knew I wanted to come back. I had talked to a couple of people that I've known that have had that surgery before. They just kind of talked about how you just have to be determined, and if you put your mind to it, you can do it. So I did it, and one of the things that really got me through it is like, if you stick through and get through this surgery, then you will come back stronger than ever. So that's really what got me through. I just tried to stay positive. Also, I knew that would get me through it. My second surgery was easier than my first one, just because it was a lot different, but I just kind of knew what to expect, and I knew if I worked my butt off, then I would come back stronger. So.
I mean, like I said, that she's just very like hardworking. Like in anything that she does, she never gives up on it, even when it's something that she's not very good at. She's always pushing through, and that's just something that I admire about her. Because not that I'm a quitter, but just like for me, I can kind of get more like down on myself a little bit more of just like, oh, I'm not good at it. Okay, try something new. But she's always like pushing through, and like I said, she's been hurt. Like I can't even think. Like she's broke her leg, her whatever 4 times, and so I can't even keep track. But yeah, I couldn't do it. Like sitting here right now, like she's been through so much. But so I actually went on her visit with her to Westminster. I guess that would be her sophomore year. She didn't play her freshman year, and so I got the whole like tour and all that stuff too. And it actually like it was definitely an option for sure. But I don't know. When I really sit down and I think about it, like, yes, it would be amazing to play like on her team, but I think there's just even more that goes into just like playing against her. I don't know. I guess that's just the competitiveness in me. But yeah, it definitely was like one of my choices to go there for sure. Yeah, I definitely think that for sure. 'Cause I've always been, this is kind of weird, but like I've always been known as like Abby's little sister. Like that's just the 3 of us. That's just how we are. She's very outgoing, and so like she's friends with everybody, and I'm not as outgoing as her. So yeah, I think stepping out and kind of just making a name for myself was definitely a part of going to Greenville. Her jumps. I wish I could jump.
Her shot. I wish I had her shot. Driving wise, I feel like we're pretty equal.
Yeah.
We are both very good drivers, but
yeah,
we kind of like even each other out, low
Yeah,
key.
okay.
Like
I can shoot. You can.
Yeah.
You can play really good defense. I can play semi-good defense, but
racing.
yeah, I think I would have her speed and her hops.
She is fast. And I wish I had like your how do you say that? Quick hands, I guess.
Oh, like
Deflection?
skills and stuff.
Yes, because her defense is insane. Because she's like, ball fake. Especially with you, because she will literally tip everything. Oh, that's hard.
I
don't
think she
know.
laughs at the most things.
I do, but also
I think I'm funny.
she's just like my dad. She'll make the dumbest jokes that are like,
It's
it's
funny.
small, but it's funny. It's just like, really? That was funny, but that was so dumb. Mainly people laugh at me because I don't get stuff. I'm so ditzy and I have no common sense. So that's usually why people laugh.
Like, she's goofy funny.
Yeah.
But
I am a clean
she
freak.
is a clean freak, but that doesn't make me messy because I'm
No,
so clean.
let's-
She's like
let's-
clean freak. Like,
I am, but also like when I come home, we share a room sometimes just because we're remodeling upstairs, and I come home and her suitcase is just everywhere. Her
It's hard to
clothes
have
are
a
all over
suitcase,
the place,
though.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's literally a dresser in the other room that you can put your clothes in, but she just
OCD. She has
It stresses me out, so let's stop talking. Yeah. It's gonna be hard. I mean, basketball's all I've ever known, you know. Obviously, I'm gonna support her, but it's just like I don't know what I'm gonna do without it because it's just been all I've ever known. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. I just feel like I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. I'm gonna be busy because I'm gonna be student teaching, but it's definitely gonna be a huge change in lifestyle. So.
I mean, it's crazy to think about, especially just thinking about like how long we've been doing it together for. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited not to have to worry about her on the court. Maybe we can beat Westminster finally. But
I'm gonna have to go Blue Jay. Or I might make a half shirt, but I gotta support my girls. I also gotta support her, but I'm gonna have to make a shirt. I wouldn't be able to pick.